Today, we'll answer the big question, is Bluevine the best business checking account? We'll walk through the pros, cons, and the $500 sign-up bonus so that you know with confidence whether or not Bluevine is a good fit for you. So if you're new to Bluevine, you first need to know it's not a bank. It's actually a financial technology company that's partnered with banks. In fact, as of right now, Bluevine is partnered with over 20 banks, and they do this to offer you some extra benefits that most banks alone don't offer, which perfectly brings me to the big differences between Bluevine and bigger companies like Chase and Wells Fargo. And so by far, the biggest benefit of banking with Bluevine versus those bigger companies is that Bluevine has no monthly maintenance fee, whereas Chase has a $15 fee for their standard business checking account. And while $15 a month might not sound big, over the span of 1 year, it costs you $180 to bank with Chase. Versus with Bluevine, there's no fee. It costs $0 per year. And so with Bluevine, it's a lot more beginner friendly, especially to new businesses that are just getting started. Secondly, when you bank with Bluevine versus Chase, you also get the benefit of free ACH transfer. To give you an example, I recently sent one of my business partners an invoice. Because they banked solely with Chase, they had to pay Chase a $2.50 fee. Instead, if they had a Bluevine account, they would have been able to send that outgoing ACH payment for free. And so while $2.50 might seem small, imagine how many outgoing ACH payments you would make in your business. And so that fee can add up. And so the really big drawback with going with big name banks like Chase is that you can wind up paying hundreds, if not thousands of dollars that you weren't initially expecting. Versus with an online bank like Bluevine, you don't have to pay those fees. But Bluevine isn't perfect. And I will walk you through some cons you really need to know before you actually set up an account. But more on that later. And so in addition to their no monthly maintenance fee and free ACH transfers, they also do offer a high annual percentage yield on their standard checking account. And so if we head over to Bluevine, you can see how much interest you can earn based on the balance in your account. And so if you had a $25,000 balance over the year, you can earn $325 on the standard plan, which means that just for having your money sit, it's going to work for you at no additional cost. Then if you were to move up to the Plus plan, you would be able to earn $438 per year and $750 on the Premier plan. And so you see, as you move up on the plans, you earn more money, which is exactly what your money should be doing. But in order to earn this additional money, there are some standards you need to meet. And so with the free standard plan, you do need to spend $500 per month on their debit card or on their credit card, or you need to receive or deposit $2,500. And I personally say it would be easier to spend $500 per month in order to secure this bonus. And then with the Plus and Premier plan, you can waive the fee by hitting certain requirements, or you can pay a monthly fee. And I would say that the Plus and Premier plan really do make a difference once you have over a $30,000 balance in your business checking account. And because Bluevine has multiple banking partners, they're able to not just provide you a business checking account. You also get access to a business debit card, and you have funding options. And as a growing business myself, I know how important it is to be able to tap into additional capital. And so Bluevine does offer business credit cards, lines of credit, and access to loans. So no matter what stage of business growth you're in and how much funding you need, they can provide that additional financial support. And so if you are looking for a more all-in-one solution with both banking and funding, Bluevine is a legit option that you want to consider. And so one of the big questions most business owners have is their money protected? And so the money in your Bluevine checking account is insured up to $3 million through their partnership with Community Coastal Bank. Walking through a few more benefits, they do offer unlimited transactions. And so if your business has money flowing in and out on a daily basis, this is a really good benefit. Secondly, you can do free cash withdrawals at over 37,000 fee-free money pass ATMs. And so no matter where you're located, there will likely be a MoneyPass ATM within 5 to 10 miles from you. In addition, they do have quality customer support that you can access via phone and email. And if we hop over to Trustpilot, you can see that most business owners are happy with their Bluevine experience, as Bluevine does have a 4.7 star rating with over 10,000 reviews. And one more really big benefit before I forget is that if you use the link in the description below, you can get access to a $500 sign-up bonus. And so to get this bonus, you have a couple of options. You can deposit $5,000, or you can make $5,000 in outbound payroll payments, or spend $2,000 on your business debit or cashback card within the first 30 days. And so if you can meet one of these requirements, the bonus really does make a difference. Now let's address the cons or drawbacks of banking with Bluevine. First off, there are no in-person locations. So if you're the type of person that wants to see a bank teller in person and ask your questions, this will not be the best banking relationship for you. Bluevine is solely online. Secondly, and this is a pretty big one, is that as of right now, Bluevine does not connect to Zelle. So if you do need to send payments right away, you won't be able to. But the closest thing that they do offer is same-day ACH transfers, but it's not the same as Zelle sending it almost instantly. And so to make up for Bluevine not having this feature, I do have a business checking account with a regional bank that does offer Zelle transfers. And so I do recommend that you use an in-person and online banking platform for any and all of your businesses. Another drawback of Bluevine is that it's not ideal for cash-heavy businesses. To make a cash deposit, it will cost you $4.95. And you will need to make this deposit at one of their Green Dot retail locations. But the good thing is that they do have over 90,000 locations across the US. And so while it's not ideal for cash-heavy businesses, if you are really interested in Bluevine for some of the other perks that I've mentioned before, you do really want to partner Bluevine up with an in-person account. And then one more con I want to touch on is that it will cost an additional fee to make domestic and international wire transfers. To make a domestic transfer, it'll cost $15, and then for incoming international transfers, it'll cost $15, and for outgoing international transfers, it'll cost $25. And so if your business involves you doing a lot of wire transfers, I would personally recommend Mercury, very similar to Bluevine, but it does have a focus on fee-free wire transfers. And so if you consider both the pros, cons, and the $500 sign-up bonus, I will say that Bluevine is the best business checking account as of right now in 2026. But that could change at any moment as banking platforms are coming out with more features, more benefits, and more bonuses. So I ask you to stay alert, ask your questions, and make sure you're choosing the best options for the growth of you and your business. And so if you believe Bluevine is a good fit for you, make sure you click on the link in the description below. And don't forget to enjoy the journey and stay building. Peace.